All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Andy, and this is Holy Fit Mentorship, where I teach you guys on how to build and grow your own social media, and not only just grow your social media, but actually how to monetize off of social media. A lot of people actually don't know what monetize means, and that's okay, because I didn't either. But it means that you're actually going to get paid for the content that you produce. Now, there's many different types of content that you can have. YouTube pays an ad revenue. You can create sponsorships and endorsements where a company will pay you so that you can promote their product. They will actually pay you either per video, they'll pay you per picture, per storyline, and or even sometimes they'll pay you in products or as a monthly salary. So if you guys are interested in that, that is part of the influencing world as well. On top of a YouTube ad revenue, you have something called Patreon. Patreon, for example, is a source of income that's like Netflix, except you are the Netflix at that point. So people will pay you a monthly subscription, whether it be $10. I have some that even pay me $200 to $300 a month just for access to the content that I'm producing. On top of that, growing a big page will give influence over people, and this is when you can actually start to sell either coaching or a product information really to somebody at a price of a cost. For example, me, I am a coach. I do help with fitness clients. I help them get shredded. I help them get big. I help them with hormone protocol. And so I charge a price for that as well. So there are many different types to make income on social media, but today we're gonna talk to you guys about how to get started, and cue that intro. All right, guys, so today we're gonna make a quick little video. It's going to be about how do I even get started. A lot of people kind of view my content and I talk about it so much about how much money you can make on social media, and not just money, but how much power and influence and just help and guidance that you can give people. So I'm gonna be teaching you guys on how to actually get started, because that is the number one question that I get is, Andy, I love what you're doing and I wanna do YouTube too, but I just don't know where to start. So I'm gonna give you the top 3 tips that I have for you guys right now on how to actually get started. Number 1 is you actually have to have an account. I know that sounds so silly, but a lot of people want to get started and they don't have the equipment, but the first step is very simple. Start an account. A lot of people don't even do that, and they kind of just waste their time getting creative and planning out what they're going to be doing, but they don't even have an account. A lot of people think that you have to have all of these fancy equipment and this and that, but you don't. Then that thought actually stops people from actually producing content because they don't have the equipment. So they actually just don't even try. And you don't make money on videos you do not produce. At least I haven't found a way to make money off of videos that I don't produce. Maybe there is something like that out there, but right now there's not. So that is my very first advice, is that you actually create an account. This psychologically can help you break that mental barrier that you have. If you have started it up, it'll give you that much more of an inclination to actually start to produce content. The first thing that I would advise you to do on your content, on your YouTube page, is to actually make a bio picture. The bio picture, make sure that it is something that you can clearly see and clearly detect what. Please don't put something that, you know, it's your whole family in one picture, or if it's like you and like 5 other people. Bio pictures like this are going to be casted as messy, and the viewer won't be able to detect what your channel really is by just looking at your picture. I highly recommend putting a clean and crisp picture with no distractions in the background so that people can actually see and kind of decipher what your content is going to be about before they even click on your page. The second thing that I wanted to talk about your account is make sure that you have a banner. A banner is going to go on top of you, just about right up here, and it's going to be a little bit of a synopsis of what you are. I'm not going to ask you guys to get creative and make a nice super fancy bumper. I would just highly advise that you would put a picture of yourself there. It's going to kind of crop it weird, so you have to play with it, but once you get that picture nice and crisp and that actually fits, it'll actually give you a more of an inclination to start, because now your YouTube page is looking kind of sexy, which is actually what we're actually trying to do. We don't want a messy YouTube account, because who wants to go in a dirty house? Nobody really wants to go in a dirty house. So step number 2, this one is gonna be kind of easy. A lot of you probably are not going to expect it, but it is to smash that like button. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. That's the last time that I do that. I won't do it anymore. Step number 2 is actually fairly easy. Step number 2, a lot of people that ask me, how do I even get started? And after I advise them to actually start a YouTube channel, now they're ready to create content. A lot of people just don't really want to make content because they don't have the equipment. This is kind of the mentality of the gearhead. They feel like they have to have all of this nice gear, they have to have the camera, they have to have the lights, they have to have the phone board, they have to have the laptop, they have to have all of these things. So a quick little story, Christina and I, about 4 years ago when we met, we both had aspirations to do YouTube. Now, none of us really had a camera. She had a camera, but we really didn't know how to use it. It was just complicated. It was a big looking dinosaur thing that we actually still have, believe it or not. But we wanted to do YouTube, but we didn't really know how. We didn't have any lights, we didn't have anything like that. So one day, Christina grabbed her phone, put it up, and then said, here, watch this, let's make a video. And so she put it landscape. You always want to film your videos, not like this, pretend this is your phone, not like this, but actually like this, landscape-wise. Never film a video up and down. So she put the video up in landscape, and we actually sung a song by Lion King, I believe it was. So take a little quick view at one of our first videos.
Hey, I gotta show you something.
What?
Wait, I'm gonna show you, hold on.
Why are you filming this?
Just see, just wait, I'm gonna show you.
So I know I didn't really show the entire of that video, but I just wanted to let you know that's exactly how we started. She just grabbed her phone and put it up and said, look at this, let's film. This is what actually started our career in YouTube. We had no idea what was going to happen. We actually uploaded that video onto YouTube without a bio picture, without a cover. There was no editing done, no water grading, no color grading. There was nothing done to the video. We had just uploaded that video, and as you can see here, it had 1 million views in 3 months. So again, guys, it can happen to anybody. You just need that one video to really explode everything else. That video kind of propelled us into this world of YouTube and social media that we have today, guys, but you can't get there unless you get started. So the second tip that I have for you guys is very simple. If you have an iPhone or if you have an Android, if you're watching this YouTube video, this means that you have the ability to film content. I highly recommend that you grab your phone and turn it landscape-wise and start to film your first piece of content. Set it up on a tripod, set it up to where it's not moving, or if you're going to be vlogging with it, vlogs are throughout the day showing your daily experience, whether it's with your kids, whether it's with your dogs, whatever it is, grab that phone and hold it out like this in front of you. That is considered a vlog. But guys, everybody can get started with just your phone. So alright guys, let's go back and step number 1, and that is to create a YouTube account. This hopefully will break any barriers that you have to actually getting started. Step number 2, smash that like button. Okay, that was the last time. Step number 2 is going to be quite simple. It's just get started. If you're viewing this video on your phone, you have the ability to make content. Now, let's get into step number 3. Editing the video and how to get viewers to watch it. This step is fairly simple. This step is just after you have gathered enough content for yourself, you really want to put it in an editor. The editors that I used, if you have an iOS, which means if you have an Apple product, I would advise you to utilize something called iMovie.
Every iPhone has iMovie.
Or if you don't have iMovie, I would highly recommend using one of the followings. KineMaster is a very good quality and very easy to use video editor. It'll help you kind of get from point A to actually point B in the cleanest, easiest way possible. Another video editor that you can use is actually called InShot. InShot is very simple to use. It's actually a little bit harder to use than KineMaster, but again, still very easy to use, and it is free. However, on both of these platforms, you are going to have a little watermark, and it's going to cost you about $6 to get that removed, which I highly recommend doing. This is an investment that you should make that will obviously make your content that much better. And number 3, if you are at this point where you have already created content, you kind of have the basic fundamentals on how to edit on a video software, I would highly recommend that you would make the investment on get something called Adobe Premiere and or get Final Cut Pro. I am a huge fan of Final Cut Pro. I believe it's one of the easiest ones to use. It is $300 of an investment for you to utilize, but it is a very, very, very highly used video software that a lot of different YouTubers make, and actually a lot of cinematic movies are actually made on Final Cut Pro. The things that you can do on this platform is just incredible, but again guys, it is an investment of $300, but I highly recommend that you actually make that very soon. Now, after you get that video all edited, again, I'm not going to discuss how to actually edit a video in this video within itself. That will come later on. But after you get the video edited, then you want to upload it on YouTube. One of the biggest mistakes that I see on YouTube being made by early by young YouTubers, novice YouTubers, is that they actually make a title saying something like this.
Going shopping with Alex at Walmart. A day in the life of Sarah. Going camping with my dad.
These are all great YouTube titles, but however, people aren't really going to type that in and because you're known. So for example, nobody in the world is going to type in a day in the life of Andy Rodriguez. They're just not going to do that. I'm not that popular. I'm a big fan of actually putting YouTube titles on there that are being utilized by everyday people. This is called SEO, Search Engine Optimization. What this means is you're going to be typing on your title what people are going to be typing. People aren't going to type how Andy Rodriguez survives the coronavirus. They're just not going to type that. One of the things that they might type is surviving coronavirus. So you see how those two titles are totally different? Another thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to put vlog number 1 or vlog number 2. This is a horrible waste of real estate in that spot. So you want to use that title as something catchy that people are actually going to type. So again, guys, people aren't going to type in the daily vlog number 5 of Sarah. They're just not going to do that. So don't put it in your title because it does not matter and it's not going to help you. It's actually going to hurt you. So use titles that actually bring people in because of what they're typing, and also make it a little bit of clickbait. So for example, one of the first videos that we made was singing, cute couple sings Lion King with unexpected ending. I believe a lot of people watched this video because the title was with an unexpected ending. If you look down at the comments below, you're going to see a lot of people actually say, I thought he was going to propose, but he actually just fell, whatever. So people actually thought that I was going to propose because a lot of people were watching it. So a lot of people were like, oh, something's going to happen. And ultimately I just fell off a chair. So because the title was very clickbaity, I got a lot of views from that, and that actually propelled me into the YouTube algorithm and allowed me to live this life of YouTube and being an influencer. And the last advice that I have after you have edited a video, after you have a good and clean, crisp, eye-catchy title, I would highly recommend that you put a thumbnail on it. A lot of people skip this step. A thumbnail is the actual picture that is going to populate when your video populates on their search engine. So for example, if you type in will I survive coronavirus? The one that you're typically going to click on is one that has a picture. It's called a thumbnail on the actual video post that is going to be eye-catchy. You're not really going to click the one that does not have words on the thumbnail. You're more likely to click on the one that has a pretty thumbnail on it. So guys, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you put up a thumbnail to every video that you have. Again, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. You can look at that up yourself. I will actually make a video later on how to put a thumbnail on there. But guys, that is my recommendation. Number 1 is to actually create an account on YouTube, make it pretty, make your bio picture crisp, make your banner something nice of yourself, and 2, start filming with your iPhone or with just your Android, depends on what you have. And step number 3 is editing the video with software and also uploading it with a catchy title and also a thumbnail. So guys, you now have the tools. So go and make YouTube content now. Alright guys, so I am very glad you guys tuned in for this video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys put it to practice. If you guys have any questions, please email me at holyfitgym@gmail.com. Link will be in the description below, or just shoot me a message on Instagram at holyfitgym or on my Facebook. I don't care, just reach out to me. Let's get your YouTube going, guys. It is a lot of money out there to be made. So again guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.